Welcome to the Agents of the Roundtable Wiki Community AMA. We discuss Secret Network and its applications with guests from all around the network. This is an audio recording of the AMA. We hope you enjoy.
Hello there, gentlemen.
Hello there.
Hope your day's been going well.
I'm still alive, so I guess it is.
It's actually a really nice day here. So been in a pretty good mood trying to get a bunch of sun.
Yeah, sun, I don't even know how that feels anymore. I should try that once.
Is it starting to get really cold where you're at? Or is it just
We don't have very long days here anymore. No, it's dark when you wake up, and it's dark when you're done with work. So
damn. Yeah, that does sound pretty rough.
yes, but it's okay. It's where I live. I'm used to it. I'll quickly invite some extra people over, and then we can get started. So a few minutes.
Yep, sounds good.
Where is Hasib?
I messaged him, so he knows about it. Hopefully he should be joining here in just a minute.
Excellent. Anyone here ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Dude, I was so close to playing when I was younger, but never did. I opted for the online versions like RuneScape and WoW. Not exactly.
You got to get into it. I'm prepping for a campaign with some friends right now since we just finished our last one, and I'm going to be playing a wizard that has all of the spells that I've taken are just made to constantly have rerolls. So I essentially can never roll the lowest possible roll, a 1. It's impossible for me to roll a 1. And I'm going to have like dozens of possibilities to just re-roll my dice. It's kind of ridiculous. I can't fail.
Man, there was someone I went to college with who was one of the top players in the world for a few different board games. I'm blanking on the names of them right now, but it was always really fun getting together with him and some of our other fraternity brothers to play that. Dungeons and Dragons was never one of the games, though, unfortunately.
Alas, you got to get into it, man.
I've never played myself, actually, but it's something a lot of my friends do, so I still have to try it one time. Guess you need to be creative, but should probably be fine.
Yeah,
I
it's tons
think
of
we need
fun.
a I think we need a list of all Lumi's hobbies because it is a wild, wild list.
Rust contracts, front end development.
You ever bring the D&D board out to the range, Lumi?
No, I
Or,
have yet
or
to
hit
do
one
that.
stone, figuratively.
I'm gonna bring some dice out and I'm gonna roll for initiative and for attack every single time before I take a shot.
That's a good way to incorporate the two.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to plan another call with Lumi and understand what his hobbies are.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. Florida is a weird place. You never know what to expect from people there.
Ah, he's a Florida man. That explains it all.
Yeah, I'm the guy that you've been reading about in the newspapers.
Crocodile Dundee, or is that not Florida?
What was that?
Crocodile Dundee or something, right? That's Florida, or no?
Yes, Florida is filled with crocodiles, and unfortunately, people who do ridiculous and stupid things with said crocodiles.
Yeah, pardon me. I'm from the other side of the ocean. I have no clue what goes on in the US, but it seems like you guys have a lot of fun out there. So all good.
Oh yeah, tons of fun.
Yeah,
And
I lived in Florida for about 10 years, and when I was living in Jacksonville, one of the people within my neighborhood actually kept baby alligators in their swimming pool. Like they didn't swim in it, but they would raise baby alligators in their backyard. Very, very weird place.
Chicago, we got pit bull dogs. Florida, you guys got pit bull gators. Got it, got it.
Yep. We also have
here, here
a
we have dogs
python
and
hunting
cats.
bounty.
You need some more biodiversity.
I'll be back
I
in like
once
10
actually
seconds.
had a pet rat as what's it called? Yeah, pet. Actually, when I was a child, those are nice. Anyway, before we move on to another tangent, welcome everyone. We've got Red Eyed Bear, Trivium, and Jordan here from Shaver Capital and Trivium Notes. These two teams recently announced a partnership to further development on some of their projects and just collaborate to grow the suite of products they deliver and help each other in doing that. So before we start off the space, maybe all of you can quickly introduce yourself, starting with Jordan.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Cool. For those who don't know me, my name is Jordan Xavier. I help run things over here at Xavier Capital, Xavier Venture. I've been in the cryptocurrency space, blockchain space since 2014. I oversee operations, management, and HR for a lot of applications and protocols throughout the cosmos.
Lumi, you want to go next?
I would love to go next. Hello, everyone. I'm Lumi from Trivium Node. I'm one of the co-founders, and what we do is a lot of tooling. If you have ever used an NFT on Secret Network, you've probably used something that we've built. And we also have built Blackbox, which is how you develop or how you can make a totally private wallet on Secret Network. And we also have an API platform. We have, I think it's the most used API on Secret Network right now. I'm gonna have to double check those numbers, but if it's not the most used, it's one of the most used. And we're also going to be rolling out a free API system. I'm sorry, not free API system. We already have the free API system. We have a premium API system that's being rolled out. It's being tested right now by Button Group, and hopefully sometime soon we're going to be rolling out for other people to use as well.
Hey guys, my name is Red Eyed Bear. I work very closely with Jordan at Xavier Capital and Xavier Ventures. My background in and outside of Web3 lies in operational and product lifecycle management, or product lifecycle coordination. Basically, the process of taking an idea and getting it to the point where it's produced and out in the wild, and we're maintaining this product for our client bases. Um, Currently, I work with Xavier Capital, Xavier Venture, and I also work together with Jordan and Lumi, both on an upcoming application that's powered by Shade Protocol. Hopefully, we'll be able to release some more information about that in the near future. But I also contribute to a few various community education initiatives, doing some technical writing and public speaking. And I just have a passion for this, and that's why I'm engaged in those sort of initiatives.
I think that is the most comprehensive answer I've gotten from guests in a very, very, very long time. So I think you have gotten some practice in the past days, all of you three.
Yes, definitely. I've been perfecting this.
You've had countless training sessions. Yeah. It's cool to speak to you again. I had Lumi on, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked about SurtUp. I have done 2 or maybe 3 House of Shade podcasts right now with Red Eyed Bear and I think CryptoCam and DeLuca was also there. And Jordan, of course, he is always everywhere and anywhere to be found. So whether it's governance or conversations in the Annons chat, so it's good to see you all here and glad to hear a little bit more about what you guys are doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, thank you so much. No, one thing I want to say is thank you, Erdman, for helping us. I know a lot of us on the network all have different initiatives and different ways of going about things, but you, Skrilla, Natalie, fuck, I'm forgetting a few other people, but everyone at Secret Agency has been such a great help. If it wasn't for the Secret Agency, we would not have had any, well, we would have a harder time doing Twitter Spaces this week. So thank you all very much for coordinating this and for stepping up and coordinating things in Secret Network. I know it helps me and it helps a lot of other people in the network. So we definitely appreciate you all.
thank you. Glad to hear that feedback. Yeah, it's we're running a little bit at breakneck speed, so we're breaking things at the same time that we're fixing things. But let's hope it's a net positive in the end. So all the dApps are having some more communication, hopefully. So I'm glad you guys are part of it as well. I've run this Twitter Space or education podcast since I think it's January this year. And the big reason why I joined or started doing this actually was because of Jordan. So it's good to have the cycle completed 10 months later to have him on again and discuss this. So welcome all. I think it's time to dive in a little bit on what is happening with Trivium and Xavier Capital, because I know Red Eyed Beer has been working with you, Jordan, for a little bit on Cryptoclerk and some of your other ventures that you guys are doing. But yeah, maybe one of you can give me the rundown on how Trivium comes into play here as a combination with you guys and delivering new products.
Yeah, I'll start it off and I'll kick it over to Red and we'll let Lumi give you guys all the good news and the alpha and the more details. So thank you again. First and foremost, it's been a pleasure working with Red and Trivium. Zephyr is not here, but he's been a great help, as well as Hasid. I'm sure he'll hop in here shortly. But our team's small, rugged, but we like to work. We like to get things done. Funny enough, Trivium and Xavier Capital have been in competition for the past 18 months or so. And once I left Secret Network, or excuse me, once I left Secret Foundation and started expanding my relationships and communications through other participants in Secret Network, it was very obvious who was really building in silence in Secret Network. So after a few conversations, it was just natural that the partnership. We agreed to the partnership before we even agreed to the details because of how much of a natural fit it was. Lumi can attest to this, but we already had maybe 2 or 3 discussions helping each other out back and forth, and then Zephyr helping Lumi, or Zephyr helping Hasid, Cryptoclerk, incorporating all that Trivium's doing before we even went public. We probably had a solid 3-4 months of just work, or excuse me, 3-4 weeks of solid work while we're trying to come up with an announcement. But I'm glad to see it. I mean, I couldn't ask for any better partners. I mean, I do more biz dev, contracts, negotiations, and just client and customer facing, and let Zephyr and Lumi do what they do best and build. And I'm sure Jeremy can fill in some other stuff what we do, but that's the gist for me.
Yeah, and even before we brought up the idea of a partnership, we were already starting to do things to help each other out. And I was learning things from Jordan, and Jordan was learning some things from me. So, I mean, it's a great foundation to build off of from there. And I'm really looking forward to what we're going to be doing in the future.
Yeah, and I'm sure Lumi will expand on some of the things that Trivium has built out in the past and how we're going to kind of integrate that into what XCAP is doing right now and in the future. But I know Lumi had talked about they're going to be doing a full website revamp, so it'll be very easy to see all the contributions that they've made to the network that probably a lot of people, a lot of users don't realize, but a lot of developers realize it's there. And interestingly enough, a lot of what brings Cryptoclerk, or a lot of what went into Cryptoclerk was first ideated and developed by Trivium. This was the product of tweaking what they've done and integrating it all into one interface to be able to provide this full experience. But Jordan, did you have something you wanted to add?
No, I thought you broke up. I thought we lost you for a second, but you came back.
Yeah, about the website overhaul. That was actually an initiative that I started a year ago, but we've been so busy at Trivium that I actually just haven't had a chance to start overhauling it. So hopefully, sometime soon we can actually do that and then include a lot more links to the things that we've built.
Yeah, but to kind of expand on what I was saying, that a lot of what Trivium has done has gone into making Cryptoclerk successful. And as we look to expand Cryptoclerk's functionalities and capabilities, not only within the secret network, but also to other chains, that collaboration with Trivium and the expertise that they bring to the table is going to be incredibly valuable to us. And it's going to be a very beautiful, mutually beneficial partnership.
What is a
partnership
without? Sorry, go ahead, Jordan.
No, it's funny. I always kind of pressure Lumi into giving alpha for each Twitter Spaces. So I think this is the longest we've made without spilling some of the things we have going on. But no, I just want to emphasize what all Trivium has done, because as embarrassing as this is to say, they have so many toolings that even I was unaware of what all they did. I had Red Eye Bear write me a list of all the things I had going on, and then a quarter of the way through, I realized I had not heard of the majority of these. So one of the things I want to do is really help shine a light on Trivium and what all they've been doing and what they can offer, not only for Secret Network, not only for our partnership, but for everyone in the cosmos.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to that. It's when I first joined the network, I had a lot of things to do, but at a certain point, the NFTs became a bit too much of a big thing in the network, I guess. And that is maybe the first time I really realized that Trivium was doing way too much in the network already. So as far as I know, Lumi joined in one of the development committee like mentorship programs or something that existed back then, and I met him at the Confidential Cat Discord with this NFC project, where he helped Kevin with the contracts, and then I realized they had a SNP20 history tool. Then slowly Blackbox came out, but the randomized minting tool that everyone uses in the network is also made by Trivium. Then I got to work with Lumi on revamping the documentation for the network, which was actually one of the initial points that got me into the network. So it was really, really great to finally move forward on that, so I can completely attest to that. You should check out their site, Trivium.network, and find the GitHub and just see the immense amount of different contracts and protocols and code repositories that they have helped. It's really a lot. And besides that, there's of course the API networks as well. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like we're getting to the point where if we just listed everything that we did, we'd be here all day. So it's getting difficult to keep track of, even for me.
I'll stop listing.
It's good for me because it gives me a wide array of. Well, let me shine some light on the partnership. By us combining our skill set and resources, now I can take all the information and knowledge and expertise that Trivium brings, and now Xavier Capital, or all our future projects we're collaborating on, we're calling it Trivium X. Anything that Trivium X does here in the future, we have a lot better of an offering. We are stronger together than we are individually, and all the things that Lumi and Zifia have already done, as well as the connections that I have, the business relationship skills that I have, this partnership really has a solid foundation, a base to really do some real damage or contributions within Secret Network, protocols built on Secret Network, and the greater cosmos.
Yeah, and just because it seems kind of relevant to this conversation right now, Erdogan, something you had posted recently about, this lack of collaboration within the cosmos because people are trying to focus on just promoting their own bags or trying to, focus only on what they've got. And we think that this is a really good example of how, together collaborating, we can do something way better than we could do alone. Whether it's because we don't have the resources or we don't have the bandwidth to be able to take on greater initiatives. But this is, I feel like this is a really nice example of collaboration within Secret Network and the Cosmos to kind of hopefully highlight the benefits that come from this versus just siloing your efforts.
Yeah, in the end, if you have a great business team and a good product, and you can combine it with another good product or multiple and developers, then you get a good team where you start working on. So I guess from all of this, we get a team that is complete. If I need something done, I'll just say, hey, can you white label me a nice development product, and one of you will market it, the other will build it, and then there will be a website as well, an investment arm, and everything. So maybe I'll just give you a bag of money and develop a product.
Yeah, we're a one-stop shop now.
That's funny you say that because that was I said this yesterday, but like that was a nice surprise. The partnership was lining up in so many different ways, but I didn't realize how many things we actually offered. We can be an incubator. Let me take a step back. Some of the stuff that we do for Secret Network individually, between the different entities, that we are so much stronger collectively. A person come in with an idea, we can help them ideate. Red can walk them through the process of how it could look. I can help them set up the entity, set up with legal and accounting, making sure they're compliant. And then we let Zifir and Lumi be great and do what they do. Like, I didn't actually think about that, but we're adding on a biz dev arm as well as a marketing social arm. So we actually do have a pretty good offering. I really haven't thought about it because it's so new, and like Lumi mentioned, we're already doing so much that we really haven't had time to digest it yet. But I'm super excited for this partnership. And here's my first little bit. We're looking to expand our team. We need Zephyr and Lumi need help. One thing I do in Secret Network for all my teams, for anyone I manage, is make sure we manage the people. Make sure we take them in consideration. Not overwork people. Just because I can change a tire doesn't mean I want to be a fucking mechanic, right? So in this case, just because I can work 12, 15 hours doesn't mean they have to or they should. So once we lock down one of our few contracts, we will be looking to add a front end and back end smart contract developer and front end to help Zephyr. So just putting that on people's radars. Not only are we doing work right now, we'll be looking to expand to other ecosystems and our team here shortly.
And I think to kind of add to that, one thing that has become a lot more clear to me, and this may have already been clear to Jordan because he's had 8+ years or so in the crypto space, but as we're looking to help Trivium kind of scale their internal product development and also be able to help their contract work with other existing teams in the network, this is going to require greater coordination. And Jordan made a really good point yesterday on our Secret Africa Twitter Spaces, is that the term management a lot of the time can have a negative connotation to this. It feels like you're talking to people or at people rather than talking with people. And so, but I say all that just to point out that as individual teams like Trivium and Xavier Capital look to scale their contributions, there is going to be a greater need for operational administrative coordination within these teams, but also as we look to, network wide scaling. We've heard about Secret 2.0, and as we see this roadmap kind of start to get laid out, we're going to have to really take a critical look at how we're going to scale the resources and all the coordination that's going to be required to see a successful rollout of Secret 2.0. We're going to need to see a greater coordination of individuals, resources, any sort of externalities, and I'm hoping that this partnership between Trivium and XCap will be able to highlight how successful scaling can be when you put proper expertise and coordination in the mix effectively.
Well, I mean, thanks, Jamie. I appreciate the nice words, but to be honest, I'm just one person. The impact the secret agency has already made. I mean, as a person who does this for a living, what I see them do and how they do it, and I actually sat in on one of their meetings. Very impressive. It's definitely exactly what I do, and it was a lot for me, but I still did it, and so I'm very glad to see, community members step up, make their own entity and DAO, and take control, take reins. I really don't ask for permission. I'm not a really good employee. I'm more of a leader, less of a follower. So I see other attributes in people, and I try my all, not even to mentor them, but just to have them lean on me, be a soundboard, just provide any information I can, because the hardest thing, in my opinion, is managing people and coordinating people. I didn't really appreciate the term herding cats until about year 4.
You might have to explain that term to me.
All right.
Maybe.
So pretty much herding cats is everyone has their own agenda, their own initiative. They like bright, shiny things, and you add money into the mix, and it's very, very hard to get people coordinated and aligned. For me, it's a bit easier because I'm a we person, not an I person. So we people tend to generate around us, and it makes our lives a little bit easier.
Yeah, sounds good. And it's good. It's interesting to me that you mention that you realize later how combining two smaller entities can make things so much more efficient and complete. I think it's something I clearly learned in the past 3 months. For everyone who doesn't know, the secret agency was born out of a need from the community to combine several different committees who are all trying to do their best and do things for the network via on-chain funding. And what basically ended up happening is that these 3 committees, who all had two leads and a lot of people who were working underneath them, combined into one entity, and it just creates so much more opportunity. Like you have 6 people in the room suddenly who you can work towards. You have one whole entity you can work with. We have over 20 employees at this moment, coordinators, moderators, just people who like to help, and it really creates a lot of opportunities, as you can all take up small tasks and specialize in things and no longer have to communicate with 10 different entities. So I hope this combination and hiring even to new developers will really make you guys more efficient and grow the product you're building.
Yeah, no, actually, I want to piggyback off that if you don't mind. You said something that perked my ears up and really got my spidey senses going. One thing that sorry, I'm watching Arsenal play right now. Let me look away from the TV. Sorry. One
I
thing
hope
that
that the team you like is winning at least.
0-0, but you still hear me yell. Don't worry. So pretty much, we are stronger together than we are individually. And so, like I said, seeing what Secret Agency is and is trying to accomplish makes me very bullish on Secret Network. Um, this is kind of unpopular. Everyone here who knows me knows I'm a bit conservative professionally, but I've been in the space since 2014, and I still to this day believe it should start off with centralization and aim to work towards decentralization compared to starting off with decentralization and ending with centralization, because the latter is kind of swirling the drain already, or already on its way down, if you may. So I'm very bullish on all these entities contributing to Secret Network because, yes, it's nice to see a lot of applications on the network, but I actually would prefer to see a lot of entities contributing in their own right to the network. I think that shows something else. I work in operations, I work with people, so I don't really have the luxury of having growth KPIs or just KPIs in general, but there's certain signs of seeing growth that are just natural, and it's just I'm starting to see that and get that excitement again in Secret Network.
Yeah, to me, it's often insane how many people are working in this network, and I think it's hard for other people to envision. But if I just simply look at the list of validators, how many people are sometimes on these teams, and then you have foundation, secret labs, agency, a lot of other entities who are working on specific apps. It's quite a big of an ecosystem, and decentralization has in teams like the decentralization. I think in Secret Network there are a lot of teams, which has always made it quite decentralized, which can also be a bit of a burden. But it's good to see that we're slowly solving this while keeping our decentralization in the way of having multiple different teams work on the network. So that's good to see. Maybe now we can dive a little bit deeper into what exactly will come out of this entire partnership. So we heard that you guys are combining all certain products, delivering the same things that were already delivered by Trivium and by Saver Capital, but now under the same flag. But can we also expect certain new products, or do you have grand ideas or a vision you want to accomplish in the coming months?
I'll start off a little bit and just give a little preview, and then Red can talk about Cryptoclerk and future plans for that and integration with Trivium, and then I will ask if Lumi wants to spill the beans on anything he wants to spill. But as of right now, the four things that we have lined up are Cryptoclerk, obviously. Number two, helping contribute to up and coming protocols that are built on Secret Network. And we're also looking to build tooling on other ecosystems and expand our reach. Today, both Trivium and I separately launch validators, Genesis validators on Jekyll, and we're going to continue to offer a lot of our services because as much as we love Secret Network, it's our home base. I've soon realized, or no, I realized a while ago that my talents are needed for everyone, not just for a limited few. So Trivium and I are looking forward to expand our offerings to new ecosystems as well.
Yeah, so as far as maybe some of the more technical details about what our future plans are, we recently, with the help of Trivium, were able to fix a lot of the remaining minor bugs that were existing within Cryptoclerk and get it fully up to par with how we expect it to function. And with the help of Trivium's infrastructure expertise and also with the help of Lumi, an additional smart contract developer, we'll be able to expand not only the capabilities of Cryptoclerk, but also expand it to other chains. Jordan, I believe we've already said it in one of the other spaces, but one of the first chains that we're going to be expanding Cryptoclerk's functionality to is going to be Archway. And we'll be looking to integrate other chains as well into the future. And with this expansion into other networks, that's going to require additional infrastructure support. And this is a perfect opportunity for this partnership to be able to provide us the resources that are going to be required for us to take this next step. And then there's also, Jordan's mentioned a few other people that that Xavier Capital has worked with and is kind of bringing on board. Hasib is the current smart contract developer, lead developer for Cryptoclerk. We've also recently added OJ or Orjo, if any of you guys have heard of him. Oh, he's here in this chat right now. But with the help of him helping us
Can
out
we
with,
stop and get the proper enunciation of his name? I'm not going through 2023 calling him OJ, Orgo, or Orju, none of that. Let's just can we get a consensus, please?
It's just OJ. I think that's the easiest.
But he's going to be extremely helpful in identifying valuable development opportunities, technology integrations, and helping us kind of focus and hone our collective efforts between Trivium and Xavier Capital. And so, our possibilities are kind of really open-ended. There are a lot of really good ideas out there. Secret Network deserves a mature DeFi ecosystem, and there are some really good ideas out there that could help provide that. And I think OJ is one of the best people within the network to that's best positioned to help us do this. So we're expanding our team. We're expanding the current projects that we've developed, and we're keeping a open eye to how we can help other teams as well as they scale.
And in terms of specific projects that we're going to be working on, let's do this. I'm going to talk a bit about something that we've already covered in a previous space, and I'm also going to give one or two details on something that we're discussing right now, but not too much because it's still in the planning stage. So the thing that we've talked about in a previous secret space was a financial platform, or rather an accounting platform that is able to plug into different cryptocurrency chains and manage assets very easily from one single layout. And it should make things like taxes a lot easier. Not the most glamorous thing, but it's vital, and a lot of people need that. In terms of something that's still in the planning stage, I have kind of been latching onto the idea of this whole privacy as a service thing that Slabs has been talking about, and trying to figure out how we can make it work and how we can kind of juice it to make the best products out of it. I will say we're considering how to get other chains to integrate seamlessly with the privacy for Secret Network, and how we can kind of bring that into the Web 2 space a little bit, or the traditional the traditional corporate establishment, and get them into using Secret Network through this privacy as a service system. Still in the planning stage. I can't offer too many details about it, but it is being discussed and fleshed out as we speak.
That's actually funny thing is no, sorry, it's there's one part we just can't tell quite yet because the ink is not even we haven't started the contract yet, but we'll hold off on that. But realistically, Secret has and always will be our home base. It is who we are. I mean, that's how we met, right? Like, I helped set up the foundation. I ran it for 18 months. I either worked with or worked for a lot of people on this call or with them. And truth be told, this partnership offers a lot more opportunities, and we may try to build tools that are more Web 2, Web 2.5, if you may. But we're always going to use Secret Network in somehow, some way. It's just, this me and my companies now have opportunities that we never had for the past 24, 26 months. And I can't speak for Lumi and them, but this partnership makes sense for a lot of reasons.
I mean, expanding to help. I know you've helped some projects on Secret Network specifically, and I know Red Eyed Bear is very into Shade. Trivium has helped out, and way too many teams. Shaver Capital is of course into Alter as well. It's just the wider you spread your scope, the more funding methods, the more resources, the more human capital, the more site, the more marketing. In the end, it's better if you slowly enlarge your scope. You just get more optionality from this all. So I wish you all the best in doing that. I was looking for specific names of projects. I thought maybe they might say we're going to build exactly this, but I guess that won't come yet. Maybe there will be some more announcements soon. I know you guys are cooking up something very interesting for a specific protocol I like, so I'll be looking forward to that. In the meantime, I'll definitely keep using Cryptoclerk. I really like what Luke. Sorry, go ahead, Jordan. You can intervene. I have a question after.
Yeah, no, it was actually if anything, that was my main goal for this partnership, was to solidify Cryptoclerk. The stuff that I do, personally, I can only speak for myself, but the stuff that I do is not pretty. It's not attractive. I do things that most people don't want to do, can't do, or both. So, Cryptoclerk was my way of contributing to Secret Network without being a technical validator. But at the same time, I just want to provide people with as much data as possible, and what they do with it is on them. But it's just making things more accessible for the everyday user. Because as much as as innovative as we want to be, we still got to talk to the everyday person, and we want people to use the network. And Cryptoclerk was my attempt at helping the everyday person use Secret Network.
Text reporting is important. That it's. I think I've heard you say this before, and I don't want to speak for you, Jordan, but I think you've always mentioned that the auditability aspect of Secret makes it so interesting. I fully agree with this idea that you can't have privacy yet to be completely auditable.
Yeah, no, I probably helped either help myself or worked with them hand in hand, at least 4 or 5 teams in this ecosystem, put them together with legal and accounting, and help them go about their way. And my CPAs always say, they always laugh at me. They say, some 3-letter agencies are not going to like the privacy aspect, but I always tell them that SCRT is public, just like any other chain. And I love the fact that I can act in I can participate in private DeFi and still be compliant. That is my selling point. And most people really attracted to that. Most people don't want their information doxed. I worked for a co-founder of Ethereum for 6 years, and it is disgusting when I go to these Bored Ape events and I hear people say oh, go look at Taylor's address, go look at what he's doing, or did he get it on this NFT or that. Is just it's like being front run by a whole fucking community. And so, I have a deep, deep appreciation for Secret Network because, our privacy, not even Secret Network, but privacy in general. I believe that all people should have opportunity and accessibility to privacy. And, we just may want them to use Secret.
I did a little bit of playing around on Ethereum before I came to Secret Network. And with the addition of privacy here, it actually just makes other chains feel like toys. You just can't compete with being able to have encrypted data. It makes everything else feel useless by comparison, and I can't see a reason why I would be building on something like Ethereum.
Words of truth. Anyway, I agree. I wouldn't be here if I didn't agree, of course. I heard Lumi talk about privacy as a service, and this tracked some things in my brain. I really want a lot of these different use cases built out. Potentially, if it's possible, I'd rather have them today rather than tomorrow. Yet, I don't think that it's going to happen, but we'll see. Can I maybe ask you if you would be very willing to use your entire team to build a product which is called Chainlink VRF, but then on Secret for the entire cosmos? help the customers out, build true randomness. Can I advise any of you, maybe give you 5 alter or 2 secret or 1 shade and have that be built out like tomorrow if it's possible, or is that just too hard, Lumi?
Sorry, did you say build a true randomness system?
Yeah, Chainlink VRF.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I
For the
I have
entire
that.
Cosmos ecosystem.
I have that for secret. I mean, with IBC, I can just I have a lot of code that's just sitting on my computer doing nothing. So I kind of already have that. We just have to, make it useful on IBC. I don't know much about how IBC works yet. I haven't played around with it nearly as much as I should have.
Okay, so go to the Chainlink website, check out Chainlink VRF, see how insane, like the amount of protocols that uses is insane. And what you could do is just move this entirely on chain with a simple contract called Secret RNG, which already exists, and make a nice application or tool around it that's easily usable over IBC, and you have a very, very, very big market. So please build it. I would very much like that.
Yeah, let's do it. I like that plan.
Okay, I want 10% commission.
We'll discuss it.
No, I'm just kidding. No, really, I think privacy as a service it's a big. It's not only a narrative. I think it's something that really shows the app chain vision. It shows what Cosmos can do. It is clearly what Secret worked towards for all these years, either providing privacy as a service to Ethereum or privacy as a service for applications which are on every chain. I mean, I see Serenity is here. They build applications which are not native to any specific blockchain, but use privacy as a service via Secret. There are so many things possible with Secret contracts. So as long as you I'm just interested as long as privacy as a service is mentioned in one of your projects. So I'll definitely follow up and see what's coming out there.
Well, it's funny that you say that privacy is a service, because once Secret Network enables IBC, we get everything complete. We are just an attachment of Secret Network, essentially, at least in my opinion, whether it's biz dev or it's contracts, because I mean, we're right now, people always say we're early and we're early. I'm not want to go down that route, but realistically, it's going to get to a point where people don't know what technology is used in the background. So long as we're out here building things for clients or whomever, and we embrace Secret Network in whatever capacity, people don't even know what's being used or what's not. Like, I don't know what kind of chips are used on my phone or laptop. Well, I actually do my laptop, actually, but stuff like that. Like, there's certain things that when I buy things or I buy into it, I don't know the finer details, but that's kind of the beauty of things right now is Lumi and Zephyr can incorporate Secret Network and secret contracts to all types of things. And truth be told, we're just not scratching the surfaces. We've been in such a silo for I don't know how long, that now that we're actually being able to open up to later Cosmos, who knows what other people are going to have, what they're going to ask of us. Like, the opportunities can be limitless, honestly.
And I like that you hear that you said before that you're thinking about like Web 2.5 projects as well. And I think this is the key, right? It's a lot of people within the Web3 ecosystem think DeFi only or think transactional privacy only, but a lot is possible with computational privacy or with secret contracts that just have simple influence on your daily life. Like Serdop, I think, is a great example here, where you just issue a certificate. It's easily accessible. Nobody can copy it. You don't have to get an issue somewhere and pay 50 euros for getting another one. These are very simple things which are very much feasible in Secret and not anywhere else, and offer a real use case in the daily lives of many people already without having to move them to DeFi and stuff like that. So curious to see what's coming up in that part.
Yeah, so actually we'll have Lumi spoil some things for everybody. But Lumi, we tell them about our 2.5 idea with the money manager.
Before that, I do want to just add that the code, this true randomness code that Lumi was talking about, the project that us three are currently working on for Shade Protocol will probably be the first product on mainnet that will be utilizing this. So that's actually kind of cool.
Okay, just to quickly mention, there's also a contract that's called Secret-RNG. I think it was developed by DDT, which also does something similar to this if people are interested.
Yeah, no, I tried to
Yes.
get DDT to do. There's a running joke between him and I. I said I need to use his application to control my life, just because random number generator. Like, let's just get it going.
I think DDT actually took some. So I had a very early version of this randomization contract out. I'm gonna say at the very beginning of this year, or maybe at the end of last year. Um, there are, I believe that DDT actually took a lot of inspiration from that in his secret RNG contract. I can see certain snippets of code that are pretty similar, if not kind of just copied over from mine on there, and he made some big improvements that I really like. So there's kind of a genealogy tree behind between the randomization contract that I have and the secret RNG randomization contract that DDT has, and it's pretty cool to see the two different approaches and how he took some systems that I had implemented and then fine-tuned it for what he wanted to make and stuff like that. It's pretty great to see developers influenced by one another on the network.
As long as we I would like to find a common goal around an RNG contract in the end, though, because the more people use it, the more random it is actually, because it changes the scene every time someone interacts with it. So that's an interesting concept. But I think Jordan actually wanted. Sorry, go ahead.
I pitched to DDT that he needs to make a decentralized password manager or a 2FA.
Someone is actually working on a decentralized password manager. It is, do you guys know Gabriel?
Yeah, I've heard the same. He talked to me about it, so I'm curious to see that come to life as well.
Yeah, he's been sending me pictures from the UX, and it looks really, really good. I'm extremely excited to see it developed. I know for a fact I'm going to be using it all the time. It's going to become my primary password manager. It is smooth.
What about 2FA? Has anyone built a random or a decentralized random 2FA?
Not yet. That's still up for grabs.
There you go. No, but I think Ertman was alluding to this, but do you want to tell them about our idea about another platform or another money manager platform?
Which one specifically? Because we talk about a lot of
the one that tracks gold and all that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was what I was kind of alluding to. There's a bunch of problems with net worth calculators. Like, has anyone ever used Intuit Mint, for example? Like it hooks up to your bank accounts and things like that, and it tracks like how much your investments have matured and stuff like that. There's kind of there's a missing spot or something to be filled for non-traditional assets, and that includes crypto and that includes physical assets like gold, for example. It's very difficult to manage both of them on all in one place on any tools that are out there right now. So what we want to build is something that does plug into your investment accounts and can keep track of that. It does plug into any crypto accounts, and you can just plug in whatever chains you have your assets on, and it'll keep track of all of those. You can keep track of assets like gold, silver, precious metals, and things like that, and it's going to be an all-in-one application to keep track of all of your investments, your net worth, your transactions, things like that. So you don't have to balance it between a bunch of different finance apps that specialize in different things. And there's no one-stop shop that's out there right now. So I really want to make a generalized solution to fix all of these problems. I know for me personally, I do diversify outside of crypto a little bit as well, and I have like 1 or 2 ounces of gold, for example, and you can't actually easily put in like ounces of gold in any app. And I think there's only a couple apps out there that specialize in crypto as well, but they only do crypto and they don't integrate regular assets or precious metals or anything else. So we want to have all of them in one place.
Do you know of this like magnificent tool for this? It's called Excel.
I mean, yeah, but Excel is kind of for boomers.
No, I'm just kidding. It's a horror, man. I have my portfolio in Excel because, of course, I also have things outside of this. And sometimes it's just too much to keep up with. It's a pain. So I would very much welcome that. Anything is better than Yahoo Finance because that's a bitch of a protocol, to be honest.
No, this goes back to the 2.5 because I used to consult back in the day, and one of the exercises that we used to do was sell our pitch without saying the word blockchain or smart contracts. Talk about the product without it, explaining the implementation without really going over the buzzword, because as soon as you said the buzzword, that's all they focused on. So in this case, we want to be able to offer something similar to the 2.0 world that's looking to come 3.0, and we want to have them start off with privacy from the get-go. Because we have the luxury of adopting a secret network, but imagine those who are born with it. It's like I'm in my mid-30s, so I remember life before the internet, and I know life with the internet, obviously. So in this case, we're trying to help provide toolings and solutions for people who are going to grow up inherently with privacy.
I actually have a very nice idea for Cryptoclerk maybe as well in the future. Been thinking of a way to use permits for auditability. So if Cryptoclerk is ever finished in its current form and you are willing to take on not only viewing keys but also permits to use for transaction history and stuff, then we should have a chat. I have an idea I want you guys to build. There's so much more possible with permits than viewing keys. I really hope it's explored very soon.
Yeah, I am always open to chat about expanding capabilities. I know between Hasib and I, we have a pretty lengthy list of additional things we can do to add value to Cryptoclerk. So I'm more than happy to add another valuable idea to that list.
Yeah, so we're coming close to the end of the call, or at least it's already an hour, and I have to get some food at a certain point. So I want to ask some people in the audience if they want to come on, then please request to speak. I will get you on. You can ask a question. We've been winging it so far, but it's always interesting to hear a little bit from the audience, see what new initiatives or ideas they have. So if you have a question or just want to chat or ask something to any of the guests or myself, then feel free to come on right now, raise your hand, and I'll try to get you on. And then
in the meantime, I just want to thank you, Erdman, and the Secret Agency for allowing us to come and speak here about our partnership. Jordan relayed that earlier, that not only he but myself and Lumi are very impressed with the growth we've seen in the Secret Agency. And I remember coming on one of the early podcasts, I think it was maybe February or March, when I originally came on, and seeing where it started and where it's at now it's been really nice being able to watch the Agents of the Roundtable and the Secret Agency grow.
Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, Agents of the Roundtable was sort of my initial step into this network to actually contributing, even if it was only a lonely podcast. So started with Stefan and Muk talking about validation, and I had so much more guests on. Jacko at the beginning, and Alter and Shade, and then we had hosts alternating every week, and now it's mostly me. Asking people like Asaf and Lior. Jack Samplin is coming on next week, which is going to be really interesting. We're going to talk about privacy as a service and Atom and Secret 2.0. So the guests are getting a little bit bigger now that we have a bigger audience. It's just great that I was able to keep this going. We're now at episodes, I think the recorded episodes are at 26 or 27 right now, but I think I've done over 35 or like close to 40 of these spaces in the past, close to a year. So thank you for still being here. For anyone who was listening, this is Agents of the Roundtable. You're here every Thursday at 5 p.m. UTC live, but you can also catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Pocket Cast, Google, Apple, any podcast platform you want to listen to us. For now, I don't see there are any questions, so I always want to end with a question to you guys, which is, where can we find you? Oh wait, there's a question actually. We're getting scrolled down before I closing statement. Welcome. Skreda, you have a question? Then feel free to go ahead.
Hey, yeah. Sorry, I'm covered in pumpkin as I'm saying this. I was going to ask. So, Cryptoclerk offers access to a CPA. Is there any plans to extend that to countries outside the US? That service.
So for those, hi Skrilla, by the way. Good afternoon, evening. So for those who don't know, I actually sold Cryptoclerk to E&E in April of this year. I'm just waiting for purchase. Cryptoclerk will continue to stay in network. The functionality will change. The CPA probably will go away. There's still CPAs for a handful of businesses within Secret Network, so they'll still be accessible. And we'll just be steering while E&E are the ones driving, but Cryptoclerk, the product, will be theirs. We're just there to hold it down for them while they're no longer in the ecosystem.
Okay, that was one.
Cool, thanks for the update.
And then I saw Marty also joined. Marty, you also have a question for one of the people in here?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I know Trivium has a validator, but do you have one, Xavier, that we can delegate to?
Yeah, my validator is Xavier Capital. It's like number 69 maybe on the list, 66,
Nice,
69,
nice, okay.
Somewhere.
Cool.
But we just expanded to Jackal today as well, and we're going to be expanding elsewhere. So the year 2023 is definitely a year for everyone on this call.
Awesome. Well, look out for number 69. Thank you for your contributions. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. I will also look out for 69.
Hey, Marty, you stole my end statement. I always ask at the end of the space, so what can we do to help you?
Yeah,
I guess
man. I'm getting to know you too well.
I mean, we're on Secret Network and you're still front running me. What is this? I thought the mempool was encrypted, man. Okay, sorry for that bad joke. Anyway, if there's anyone besides Jordan who wants to state that he has a validator, of course, everyone, or it seems like a lot of people know, but Cryptoclerk, it's an application in the network. It allows you to do your taxes on all of your SNP20 transfers. It's an easy interface where you can select it. You see time slots for the newer SNP20s. You won't for the older ones. That's sadly something that comes with some of the way these tokens were created. But there's a lot of info there. I always use it, so I advise anyone in this chat to, when they do their taxes, to check out the website. Besides that, guys, where can we support you? What can we expect of you in the coming months? What can not only the community here, but also the agents do for you to help your product and your team?
Yeah, no, thank you for that. Well, first, we are we people, not I people. So in this case, we want to support everybody. We want to help any way we can, any way we contribute. Obviously, not all money is good money, and time is precious and limited. So we obviously got to be a little, picky and choosy. But realistically, we want to help Secret Network. So that's the question that we want to pose. How can we help you all? It's Patrick at Secret Foundation and I just work together closely, help set in a process to onboard people and like point them in the right direction and what to do after this, stuff like that. So, you can find us on Twitter, you can find us here and there, but realistically, we need to be helping amplify Secret Network and all it has to offer because, Individually, as entities or as collabs, it's cool and all, but Secret Network is the overarching umbrella here that we really need to push.
Yeah, if you find any projects out there that need help and need a guiding hand, whether it be with biz dev or the technical side or whatever, send them our way and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, and just a final call to action. I suggest everyone go interact with Cryptoclerk. It's great for tax reporting, but it's also a great way to visualize your activity on the secret network as well. So definitely encourage everyone to go interact with it. You can find it at cryptoclerk.xyz. You can also follow us on Twitter at crypto_clerk. Yeah, and if you have any questions about the platform, feel free to reach out to me. Follow me on Twitter. My DMs are always open, and I'm more than happy to help provide answers and solutions.
Yeah, also, we'll be down in Miami. Lumi, Red, myself, my business partner, and a few other community contributors we're helping bring down. So we'll be down in Miami for Decentral or Art Basel. We'll be there for a week. It's going to be our little unofficial powwow. So if you're around, please feel free to ping me. Well, ping Jeremy, don't ping me. I don't talk to too many people. Reach out to Jeremy.
Doxed? Question mark. Sadly, I won't be able to make it to Miami. I also didn't make it to the last conferences, man. I really have to just be seeing these US-based people one day. So hopefully you guys can come to Europe. I think a lot of us are going to Israel in January to attend some events there. So I hope to see you somewhere in real life within the network, but might not be Miami. But for anyone who is there, there will be a secret booth. I think Bushi is there together with their founder Lian. I heard Serenity Shield might be coming. We already know Jordan is coming. Shade Protocol will be there, so there's a lot to look forward to. So if you're in the area or you're still maybe looking to go to Decentral Miami or buy a ticket, and definitely do it and meet the community. So we always like to see our agents on the ground there. For now, I want to thank you all. This was the end of the space for now. We have a space here every Thursday at 5 p.m. UTC, but you can also find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google, Pocket Cast, and all of the other podcast platforms around there. But you can also listen to this recording for another 2.5 weeks on Twitter, of course. So feel free to join in next time live, but you can also listen back. Thank you all for being here, and make sure to check out the Twitter of both Trivium Node and Javer Capital and follow these guys around because they have a lot of interesting applications and code in the network and are here to help Secret Network as a whole. So check them out. Thank you for being here and see you next time. Cheers.
Thanks, Armin.
Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for listening in on the Agents of the Roundtable Community AMA. Follow us on Twitter at secret_AOTRT and every Monday at 7 p.m. UTC in the Secret Network Discord.